Hi, readers. I'm here in a mine shaft to talk about my new audiobook, Jessie and James, which is set in a mining town and it's about gold diggers. Okay, just kidding. I'm not in a mining shaft. Okay, that's very smoky. Stop it, stop it. I'm just here for a few minutes to talk about my newest book. It's still smoking. Okay, stop. I'm just here for a few minutes to talk about my newest audiobook, Jessie and James. And I am really, really excited for you to hear about it. So, a few weeks ago, Amazon started offering this new thing where authors could go in, pick an AI voice, and have them read a book. So I decided to try it on Jessie and James. It's free for authors, which makes it so great because then the audiobook is accessible to everybody, and I'm so excited that it's out. Jessie and James is really the first self-published book that I wrote. I did it with Carol McAdoo, and it was called the Gold Diggers Collection. So I decided to set it in a mining town in Utah, and it's about 2 hours from my house. And so I actually went down there and did some research. My parents came with me, and we drove all around this town, and it's pretty much a ghost town. Not completely, but it's very, very small. And we drove through Eureka and up into Mammoth, which is even smaller. Now, it's spelled Eureka, but the town now is pronounced Eureka. Guess that's kind of a, central Utah accent. And the mining town was booming back in the 1870s, 1880s, and that's when Jessie and James is set. When I went to do research, we drove up to this other place called Mammoth, and we were just driving along and we saw this older gentleman, and I thought, I'm just going to stop and ask him about the town. And so we stopped, and he told us so much stuff. At first, he seemed a little wary of us, but he warmed up when I told him I was doing research for a book and I wanted to know about the area. So there's a lot of really fun information in Jessie and James that I've incorporated into the story. One of those was that in Mammoth, they had to pay for water. The miners had to pay for water because there was no place to get water. And so the mining engineers and the bosses got together and created a pipeline from Eureka to Mammoth so that those miners wouldn't have to pay for water. And that actually happens in Jessie and James. So Jessie and James is about Jessie Matson, and she is helping her parents run a small boarding house. You might call it a bed and breakfast, but back then it was more of a boarding house. And there's a geologist, James Kelsey, who is coming to town because he is trying to find a place to mine gold. He's trying to find a claim that he can buy for his employer, the London Mining and Ore Company, and he's looking for a place to dig. Jessie hates miners. She hates mining companies, and she is not very well favored to James because he is representative of the mining company. Well, opposites attract, and they happen to fall in love. And then that's when things get really dicey with a con man, some stolen cash, even a kidnapping. But it all ends very happily, and you're going to love it. I am so interested to know what you think of this AI voice in this AI audiobook. The nice thing is it lets my book be available to more readers, so I'm really interested to know what you think about it. If you leave a comment or ask a question in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win one of 6 audiobooks of Happily Ever After on Huckleberry Hill. I've got 6 to give away, and I'd also love to hear what you think about that. That's book, 13 in my Huckleberry Hill series, and it's so funny. I know you'll love it. So please tell me what you think, and I hope you go pick up Jessie and James, whether in paperback, ebook, or now audiobook.